Hello and welcome to today's Community Spotlight, where I interview local companies that I know and trust and introduce them to you. I'm your host, Jason Matthews, and today I'm here with Scott Skiles with Alignlife Chiropractic and Natural Health Center.
Yeah.
Welcome to our Community Spotlight, Scott.
Yeah, thanks, Jason. Thanks for having me.
I'm glad we could get together.
Absolutely, yeah.
So how did you get into the health and nutrition and coaching business?
Yeah, so I've known for a while that I always wanted to be a coach of some sort. So going way back when I was young, my dad was really sick. And so he eventually ended up passing away. And really the only thing that I knew about him that people would tell me, I was really, really young when it happened, so that he liked to run and that he ran cross country and track and coached at the collegiate level. So that kind of became my goal that I latched onto, not really being able to speak with him at all. I just knew that, he coached, so that was my goal. I was going to run, and then I was going to coach. So all growing up, all through high school, ran, lucky enough to run in college. And then right after I graduated, I was lucky enough to come into a coaching position at the university that I graduated from, working with the coaches that I had been coached by for 4 years. So after about a year, I quickly realized that although I enjoyed coaching and what all that entailed, that collegiate track and field wasn't the avenue that I wanted to do it. So from there, kind of looking for more options. I graduated with an exercise science degree, so I was like, what else can I do? So I started doing some personal training and kind of group exercise classes. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Got to meet a lot of cool people, and I still really enjoyed the coaching process. But I kind of realized that wasn't, again, kind of the avenue that I wanted to coach in long term. So while I was working at that particular gym, the opportunity came up for me to go to a nutrition coaching seminar to learn how to coach people with nutrition. And growing up with my father being sick, we always just naturally ate really, really well. My mom was super diligent in making sure we, ate very, very well because with his sick, we wanted to support that as much as we could. So for me, eating well was always kind of a normal thing. I didn't really put it together that this was an avenue that I could coach people in and that could help them. So yeah, so from there went to the certification, and then it kind of dawned on me that wow, this is really kind of the avenue that I want to go down and help people with. So yeah, so that's how I am now a nutrition coach and do nutrition full time.
That is really neat to hear, Scott. Thanks for sharing that.
Absolutely, yeah.
So what's one thing everyone should know about hiring your service, or maybe even just a misconception? So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so when people think of nutrition, I think right away they think of weight loss. I think weight loss, really, that's the majority of my clients' work. I work with our weight loss. So I think it's a big need right now, but there's a lot of other avenues that we can work with nutrition. So I have some athletes who just want to improve their performance. I have some folks who are trying to put on a little bit of muscle. I have folks who just want to get better, run a faster 5K time. So I have a few folks right now I'm working with who are diabetics. That our biggest goal is reducing the amount of insulin they have to use and getting all those numbers on their blood work to come down. So really any health condition in general, nutrition plays a part in that. So whether it's not just losing weight, but it's reducing the amount of medication someone is on, and seeing all those numbers on the blood work improve. So we don't use any one fits all cookie cutter approach.
Okay.
Really get to know you, get to know your history, what things have worked for you, what haven't worked for you in the past, what you're doing currently, what your goals are, specific health conditions. So we don't just say, do this. We really going to get to know you, take the time, get your full case history, so we know what is best going to suit you going forward.
That's really good to hear.
Yeah.
Well, before we get into our last question, I've got to ask you, who's your favorite superhero?
My favorite superhero? I think my favorite superhero is Iron Man.
Iron Man,
actually.
Yes.
Yeah, the fancy gadgets and
Yes.
Something about his confidence. It really stuck with me.
Yeah, I like Iron Man.
For sure, yeah.
My kids say that Dad reminds them of Iron Man. So
That's great.
Some of the
Yeah.
some of the sarcasm.
There you go.
I'm sure they're referring to.
That's great. Yeah.
So what's the best way for people to reach out to you who need your services, who want to find out a little bit more? What's their next step?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a couple of Facebook pages. So we have our Alignlife of Warsaw Facebook page.
Okay.
That's on there. You can like, so all of our events and like that is going to be on that Facebook page. I also just started a Facebook page dedicated to all things weight loss, nutrition. We call that Warsaw Weight Loss. So we're on Facebook and on Instagram. So that one is very, very fresh. I just started that a few weeks ago. And actually with that one, what we're doing now is I'm actually doing a giveaway. So I really want to get to that 100 like mark. So what we're doing is when we hit that 100 like mark, someone who is one of those 100 likes is going to win a free Amazon tablet. Actually.
Great.
Yeah, so you can
Good
like
deal.
us on Facebook, Warsaw Weight Loss, and we're also on Instagram at Warsaw Weight Loss. And then by phone or by email as well, all that contact information is on our Alignlife of Warsaw website.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for doing our community spotlight this week.
Yeah, thank you so
And
much.
I really appreciate getting to know more about you and what you do.
Yeah, thank you.
And this has just been another community spotlight where I introduce local businesses that I know and trust and introduce them to you. Thank you.
Thank you.